That's farmer, friend, singer-songwriter Lyle Strickland.
And that's farmer, friend, and jack of all trades Chris Horn.
And we're those Tastebud guys.
Hey, we are here.
Are we here?
We are in here.
See, on the entering screen, we're still not here. Oh, we just got
hey,
here. Never mind. Now we're here.
Uh-huh. Little slip.
What did I pick this up for?
I don't know.
What's the little QR code for?
Oh, that's in case somebody wanted to buy us a beer on Venmo.
Right. I see that. But is it a Venmo thing or
Yes.
is it a
Venmo?
It is Venmo.
It is Venmo, yes.
That's what I was actually going to check, was to find out what it was. I was going to check,
Yeah.
and then I forgot why.
What are we drinking today?
Oh, I actually don't know.
Whoa.
So this was an interesting quandary. First of all,
I know what.
hey guys,
Whoa.
welcome. For those of you that are here, that's probably not here. Probably don't have anybody in here yet. For those of you catching up, man, we look like potatoes on this thing. It's very grainy on my end.
Yeah.
I assume it'll clear up.
Yeah. It should clear up. Let us know if it's just crazy bad or if the audio is not coming through or anything like
Yeah,
that. So
if you guys are having problems.
because it seems like we always have
Megan, stop messaging me now. It's done. It's over.
I think we're sitting with an IPA here is what I think.
Actually, she's messaging me about this beer because I messaged her and said, "Hey, did Jeremy buy this beer? I can't remember where we got it."
It sure is a pretty one.
Yeah,
I like that.
and it's from Chifuncta,
Uh-huh.
and I couldn't to Louisiana, and I couldn't remember anything about being in Louisiana. And I couldn't think who was in Louisiana, and I thought it must be Jeremy. Jeremy's the one's always dropping us beer off, and if it wasn't Jeremy, it had to be Jared. Turned out it was neither. After Megan said, no, it wasn't Jeremy, I finally realized that I bought that beer way back when Colby and I went to
It's always a plus when you
New Orleans.
remember that you bought beer.
Well, it's not, because that means this thing is old. It's very old.
February 6th.
Back in February
Yeah.
when we went. And so now I don't remember what it was. I don't remember anything about it other than it says Spiral Out. And it's a 7.5% something. So let's hope.
I was thinking an IPA when I just got a little bit on my fingers.
I didn't quite have enough room.
But
Buds.
all right. But no, I think it's like a farmhouse or a saison or something. It's got a nice
not an IPA.
banana-esque flavor to it.
I agree.
So
I agree.
it looks like
Okay.
So we have a few things to talk about today.
Yeah, our obligatory live
Yes.
once a month.
And some
Finding it harder to accomplish that than should be. I don't know why. Well, I started back to work for one, and then you started actually doing stuff with music again. So it's becoming harder and harder because I'm gone all week, and then you're gone on weekends usually.
Yeah. Sorry, I liked what you did with your microphone, so I'm trying to replicate.
I did that so it wouldn't be out in my face while I was looking at the computer, but it's not really working very well. It's still in my face.
Yeah.
So
There you go.
Anyways.
I feel better with it.
So, hey, we're still getting them done. It's tough, but boo-hoo.
Yeah. So we have our beer.
Yep.
Now we
got a
need
beer.
something in the
We've
small
got
glass.
We've got a few other drinks we're gonna out. Got a drink. Two mixed drinks we're going to bust out.
We are.
And we're going to give you recipes for them.
Yeah, and
one of them you're probably not going to bother making.
But just to get started, I think I want a little Hochatown. Do we have an open Hochatown over there? Are those fresh?
These are all, well, we got vodka, but everything else is.
Well, let me go back and get one because I'm in the mood for some Hochatown.
You know what? I don't drink vodka is actually good. So, I mean, I really thought you'd throw up a logo before you got up, but okay, that's all right. We'll get them up here in a minute. Yeah. So, as usual, if you guys get a chance, go over and check out our friends over at Hochatown. We really like them, and we appreciate what they do for us.
Hey, watch this.
And if you guys, whoa, look at all that. That bottle in the middle is what I'm drinking right now. And if you guys appreciate what they did for us as well, it would be awesome if you go give them a like, send them a message, go find their product in your local store, and maybe make your way over to there and tell Blue, hey, man, we've seen you on those Tastebud guys. And they would appreciate it. We would appreciate that. What are you doing, son?
I'm having a blast with this banner. Like, peek over it.
Oh my God, man. The banner looks really nice.
You can't take me anywhere.
That was a good job.
I'm gonna have
Did you make that or Blue make that?
No, that's straight from them, I think.
They did a good job. It's like they care about the product. Where did these gnats come from? Why do we have gnats? I've never seen a gnat down here before, ever.
I do not know.
There's no trash back here. There should not be. Anyways, whatever. I guess
Problems of the studio.
Okay, well, I don't think we have anybody in the stream yet that I can tell.
Yeah. So who knows if it's working or not?
I hope this is working.
Yeah.
Even on my little...
You know, one time I did, I streamed from my music page, right? And I was going to stream a concert and got everything set up. Everything was working fine. And I started streaming and no one showed up. And I thought, I'm just going to power through this thing. I'm going to keep streaming. And I streamed for a little over an hour and 15 minutes, I think. And I was horribly dejected, like just depressed about it. And then I got done and realized that it absolutely was not streaming to anybody. So
practice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm watching it here. Of course, it's got a lag on the Tastebuds and YouTube, but it's so
fuzzy,
grainy for me that I can't really tell what's going on. I also can't hear it. I was just making sure we were streaming.
Yeah.
I don't even know why I've got it up, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
it's
mostly for chat, I guess.
Hmm.
Okay, what's a bubble? What the heck are we going to start talking about?
I don't know.
We both got topics, but
where do you want to begin? Let's start.
You're going to talk about mixed drinks. I'm going to talk about whiskey, neither of which we're quite ready to drink. So I guess
I'm drinking
let's
whiskey.
talk. Well, it's been a month since the last time you've been here. So
yes,
what has happened since then? We'll start with that while I get accustomed to talking again, and then
what has been happening? Gosh, I don't know. I've been trying to keep up with episodes, and
you have, and actually have done really well. I would. So
boy,
Lyle, he is on it.
Boy, that is crazy, grainy and fuzzy.
Why do you suppose it is?
I'm going to say that's a StreamYard thing. Not StreamYard. Restream.
Restream. Because it's, I mean, I guess when it goes up, like tomorrow when you go to rewatch it, it'll buffer out, right?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Does it usually look like that?
No, it's
Does anybody know?
Usually clear. So this might be our last time with Restream. So we'll see.
I think we may have said that last month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if anybody knows a place that's any of these things that are actually good. We struggle with all of them.
Yeah,
and maybe it's just us when we need somebody to train us on stuff. So, anyways, I went back to work, like actually full-time job. Went back to work, and that took up my time again throughout the week. So I'm kind of out Monday through Thursday usually, which has kind of forced us to do stuff on weekends, like we said, which means Lyle is usually busy on the weekends playing music a lot of the time. And Tyler has got busy, so he's not able to help us right now either, which is a shame. Tyler was a huge help to us, being able to do stuff behind the scenes and answer stuff and things like that. So it's got a little more hectic for us.
It's unfortunate that he has a life.
Yeah, Tyler, drop your life. Just drop your life. Come here and help us for nothing. Well, we'll give you a beer. Anyway,
Lots of beer.
Other than that, it's been kind of, as far as Tastebuds goes, we're still getting those recording live, getting them out. So we do have that. That's on your guys' end. Hopefully, you're not seeing too much of a gap on things, and are able to still enjoy content and all of that.
Yeah.
And honestly, we're still actually doing pretty good about making stuff. I know I hung some shirts up back. Well, it's so hard to do. Shirts back there. Got it now. I should have practiced that beforehand. That we got the Taste Bud shirts, which you've seen us wear them on there before, but I liked showing them. What are you doing?
I'm checking a mic setting.
You should have done that before we got on here.
Yeah. You're good. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea.
I don't know I did either.
Sorry.
But check it out. I got it there. Hung some shirts out back there. Hit it that time, didn't I? Got my mark. One of them is ours. One of them is Hochtown.
Yeah.
So, which, put them back for, because we don't get to wear their shirts as much because their logo, well, I'm wearing it right now, but their logo's really tiny. And so I'll cut one to wear backwards, but it feels funny. So I don't like to wear it. So we'll just hang it up for now.
It does.
And then we've got our shirts out. We've got our glasses out and kind of showing off some of our merch because we're trying to get back in the swing of things of trying to promote stuff and create a little bit of revenue stream and
buddies
things like that. So,
yeah.
So that's what we've been up to.
Something that we did over was kind of shocking was that outlaw beer. We don't do a lot of beers these days on the show, but Chris came with this one out of Colorado, I think.
It was Denver.
Yeah, and it was like stupid cheap, wasn't it? Like, I mean, it was free for us, but like, I think when you purchase it, it's pretty cheap. Like,
why did both of my window tabs just close?
I have no idea.
All right, well, you're on your own.
Okay. But you know what I'm talking about, though? Wasn't it like a bargain beer?
Yeah, it was a very cheap beer that I guess it has been out for but they're just kind of pushing it out to distribute it now more widely. And so our local distributor handed me one off, just not that we have a relationship, but, run into him at a bar. We got talking about the show, and he gave us one to try. It was, when we did some looking on it, I think it was $6 or $7 a six pack or $8. It was really cheap.
Yeah, let me. I'm just gonna look it up real quick.
Okay, it was cheap, and it was a legit good beer.
It was one of the best I've had in a long time.
For a light. I think it was a light beer, right?
Yeah, here we go. Total Wine. I wonder if I can just share this screen. I bet I can. Share screen. Looky there, and I can go right to here. Yeah.
Whoa! Is it $13.49? Is that a 6?
That's a 12-pack.
Oh, okay, I was going to say that's not cheap anymore.
Yeah, $13.49. That's like just a shade over a buck of beer.
Yeah,
you can't find that stuff anymore. And this was a delicious beer. It was really good.
Really freaking good.
Like I don't want to tell anybody about it because I don't.
Yeah, it's just going to get higher now. So you heard it here. If you guys actually like a lighter Pilsner beer, then and it was clear. Man, that stuff was just as clean.
I feel like I remember having it kind of a lemony citrus.
Yeah, it had a
taste.
Citrus note to it.
Yeah,
but it wasn't like dirty tasting or anything. Like, did I get the good chair for once?
I think you got the good chair for once. Yeah,
we have 3 chairs like this. One of them actually mostly stays up, and the other 2 really goes down fast. And usually I get one that goes down fast ones. And I think this may be the first time ever I've got the one that didn't.
I'm just gonna have to work on my posture.
We're gonna have to get rid of them and get another one. So we're gonna have to do. I think what it probably is these was rated for like 150 pounds or something, and neither one of us are anywhere close to that. Because we're full-grown adult men.
I think we might exceed
not dainty little high school girls.
Exceeded the weight limit for these things.
I think we probably have. So, all right, I have not even touched my vodka yet.
I was gonna say I didn't even notice the vodka in your glass.
Well, that's why I've touched. I keep forgetting I poured it. Actually, I've been going back to this beer.
Mhm.
Actually, I'll let you talk about the beer while I drink my vodka. But I actually really like that. It's not bad.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like Tank 7 a bit, which I think Tank
A more
7.
friendly version of Tank 7.
Yeah, and this is 7.5. Tank 7's 8.
It's
Is that
higher.
right?
It's
Seven beer.
It's
Let me-
up there. Maybe 9.
I gotta figure it out now.
I think I misquoted every time.
8.5. It looks
8.5.
like 8.5. Yeah. So yeah, just a little higher ABV than what we're drinking here, but yeah, it's kind of a nice farmhouse situation going on.
Yeah.
Chafunkta
Chafunkta.
Brewing.
So it was an odd little place. I remember Colby and I was trying to find some breweries on the way home from New Orleans. And this was back in February, guys. So this beer is actually kind of old. I was a little nervous about throwing it up here. But it's held well. It actually tastes really good.
A crowler from February is shocking that it's drinkable.
It's still drinkable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I mean, I guess that's why you use growlers. So.
Yeah.
But
I never could get into the growler thing. I love the glass bottles, but like,
I only bought them for the collecting purposes.
the beer just goes bad so quick.
We've got them lined up down here on the floor, and I think there's still some hanging around the studio. We've got a bunch of them, but now hardly anybody has growlers. So everybody's went over to the cans, which is probably good on them for their product, but I like to collect them.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
I agree.
Of course, some people was like charging, $25 for their growler, and those I was like, no, I'm not giving stupid money for the thing. I mean, it's your advertisement. Give it to me. But anyways,
You want that T-shirt cannon?
yeah, I
price.
want that T-shirt can. You could try to shoot me in the parking lot with it. Anyhow, so Colby and I was coming back up through Louisiana, and we was just trying to hit random breweries, but almost nothing was open. And then we had some issues as we come through and started running behind, so we stopped trying to hit breweries. But Chafunkta was right after you come out of New Orleans, go across the big lake down there, was Pontchartrain. And as soon as you go over the other side, there's a couple little towns, and it was in there. And you go down these kind of side roads, and you get into an area that looks like an industrial kind of area. And it's a metal building like you'd see with a bunch of people working on cars and stuff. And one of the last buildings over there, they've got a brewery. They just roll the garage door up, and there's a brewery in there.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of interesting little place. Beer was pretty good. I don't remember if I got this one because I got this one, or if I got this one because it was if I tried it and actually liked it.
I'm sorry, I have to break your story real quick.
That was my story. It's done.
To highlight this comment, just because I think it's hilarious. I hope Tyler's just hanging out on the toilet.
Replying to Tyler Weeks, get
Lindsay.
out of the bathroom and off your phone, or I'm going to watch the movie without you.
What movie are you watching, Lindsay? That's what I want to know. Maybe I don't know. If it's, what movie would you not watch? Movie would you absolutely?
So wait a minute, Tyler, are you in the bathroom working on streaming with us instead of being in there with Lindsay? Dude, get off the shitter. Go in the other room. You're going to get in trouble. But thank you. Appreciate it. That's funny as hell.
What movie would you not watch? You would.
I'd rather sit on the shitter.
Yeah, exactly.
Most of them, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
You're not a movie guy?
I feel like a lot of them's a real big waste of time.
Hmm.
There is some stuff I like to watch. Okay, but usually series and stuff. When it comes to movies, I like the Marvel stuff, but all that stuff just gets so overproduced, and eventually it just gets to where it's not as much fun to watch anymore. And
I agree.
so there's a not a lot, and I am a person that I will hardly ever watch something twice. If I've watched it twice, it's
a good movie.
Yeah, it's something that I really enjoyed, or it's been a long time since I've seen it. Like I remember what it was. I was wanting to watch something the other day that I hadn't seen since I was little, but it doesn't bother me to miss a movie. Everybody starts talking about some movie that everybody in the world's seen, and I'm like, I
think that the last movie that I saw that really just rocked me was The Menu.
Never heard of it.
It's kind of a about like half of an art film, but it was it was really, really fantastic. Part of it was expectation. So it's a dark comedy, and I went in expecting it to be like kind of bizarre and funny, and it got really dark really quick. So there was like a funny part, and then it was like blah, 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 serious, scary, and then kind of funny again at the end. But I don't know. It was very shocking. It was a great movie. Great
Oh, I struggle to sit down for 2, 3, 4 hours and do stuff like that. So when I sit down, it's usually watching something like the Grand Tour or some archaeology thing or something paranormal. Something that's like 30, 45 minutes or, gets the Grand Tour an hour or something. But
we, at one point for the Tastebuds Studios.
To this point, it has no point, and I can turn away at any point and come back in, and it's still be fully aware of what's happened.
At one point in the Tastebuds Studios, we talked about having a gumball machine filled with Tums. We thought that we could actually make quite a bit of money just from ourselves for the use of Tums. But I think we've touched on something. I think a dispenser of Adderall would just probably cure all of our ADD. So I think we all have a little bit of that running through the taste bud veins.
Played AD&D, never.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So,
you keep talking. I'm just curious if this.
I don't feel like making mixed drinks yet, so let's talk about.
I'm just checking to see if this is cleared up at all. If it's still fuzzy.
Okay.
It still seems very.
I could open mine back up if you want to, but
no. I've got it right here. Yeah, it's just super fuzzy. Well,
we'll have a little touch more of Hochtown.
Hochtown,
which we was going to go over there
since you got it,
and
yeah. Speaking of ADHD, that's plenty. Speaking of ADHD, we talked to Blue about going over there, and we even asked him about a date, and then I never got back with him. I never was checking to see if I turned the air on. I did.
I don't know. I wish it was blowing this direction. Freaking hot.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Yeah, so we are going to do that. Hopefully, he's been super kind and offered us a place to stay over there and a chance to play some music and then take a tour of the place, do an interview, and even do a little, barrel tasting with him. So,
yeah.
And then they also have a brewery and a winery. So it's a dream trip for us.
I was singing the praises last night. I had a show last night, and someone was from Edmond, Oklahoma. And I was basically putting my foot in my mouth and saying, Oklahoma is not really my favorite state. But I was like, there is this little bastion of goodness in Hochtown.
I don't know, man. For beer, Oklahoma is phenomenal. I think as good as it gets.
I think it's the parts that I've been through, which is usually on my way either out west or down through to Texas, and
that's fair. Down 69, there ain't much down there.
It's awful. But I love Tahlequah. Is a beautiful piece of Oklahoma. It's like far east, I guess.
You know what? I like to go way out there in the west where all the little mesa things are at.
Oh,
those are cool because we don't have those around here. That's just different.
Eagle Rare. We might have to pull down the Eagle Rare.
Okay. Sounds good. I like that one a lot. That's one of the few. Most of the ones up there, I think this. I don't want to buy again.
This is
not that I bought all of them, but I mean, this is just a general statement. Most of the ones on the top shelf, I don't want to buy again because I actually don't think they're worth it in most cases. Eagle Rare is one of the ones that I don't mind drinking because I actually really like it, and I would buy another one.
Yeah, I know we've been nursing that Blanton's pretty hard. I think that's
because neither one of us wants to drink the damn thing.
Yeah, or buy it again. Good. It's really good with a water back, but it just takes a lot.
You have to pour water in your whiskey. Is it good whiskey?
Yeah,
that's just a general statement. I'm not judging.
No, I think so. I think it. You just have to know that about your whiskey. Yeah. You know it has to aerate.
I agree.
Double Barrel Heaven's Doors is absolute shit out of the bottle, but once it aerates and sits in the glass,
Double Barrel's decent.
No, I mean straight out of the cork pop poured in, and it's okay.
I thought it was still decent.
Once it aerates, though, it's gorgeous.
It's better, but I think it's still decent.
I think you should use this as a segue to talk about your your whiskey stuff.
Well, that's what I was doing. You didn't have to call me out for it.
Well, I was just I
So-
don't listen to you. I just
Land tons. Yeah, no, there you go, dude. I mean, it was totally fine. It's just, I think it's just overhyped. But and that was something that came up. So I was out of town a little bit this weekend, and I don't know, just running random ass bars and stuff.
Tyler's going to be in trouble. Either that or his
That's
bowels
actually
are just
genuinely really good. He brought that to
crazy.
the house the other day.
I want to
and
know what movie
it
you guys
was
are watching.
Surprisingly.
Fill us
So,
in.
anyhow, I was running around with some random whiskey stuff, and I was at one bar, and prices of a glass of whiskey was just mid-shelf whiskey, and it was ridiculous. You know, $12, $15, $16 for a pour.
When you say mid-shelf,
Buffalo Trace. Okay? That level of whiskey.
Hold me back.
Well, I'm just Ev1. Okay, I'm not saying it's just Buffalo Trace, but that's a common one everybody's going to know. You go out and you get these whiskeys that are just kind of, they're fine, they're good, but they've just achieved such a high level of people seeking them out, and now suddenly they're hard to find. They're ridiculous on their price. The distributors are holding them back off their shelves, like at a hostage. And the only way you get to ransom it is either by lottery or you have to buy cases of something that doesn't sell worth a shit so you can get the one bottle of Eagle Rare. And it's getting to be ridiculous.
I'm just getting
Okay. I was like, is that what we're doing? That is not what we planned.
Just getting a little collection of things that I feel like are sought after that we happen to have on the shelf.
The single barrel, or that Evan Williams one down there that we can no longer find. So what? A conversation come up about bourbon clubs and whiskey clubs and groups and whatever. And it got me to wondering how much of an impact that was having on the markets, whether locally or regionally. But when you get like one of our local groups, which was what do they call them, the
Bourbon Society of the Ozarks,
and not calling them out or nothing. That's our local group, so that's the big guys. And and they're probably, I don't know, how big are they? 20,000 people? Are they bigger than that now?
I'll find out.
So anyhow,
they're pretty big though.
They are. They're a group that started back during COVID, and they just blew up. And good on them. Great for them.
I was part of a group during COVID that blew up called Quarantined Beer Chugs. And it was literally just a bunch of degenerates like chugging beer and then chugging liquor. I saw somebody chug like this much of whiskey, and I was like, that person is going to die. They're going to die.
I mean, they already had COVID. They was just hedging a bet.
It was, I will say this, it was a fun group. Still is a fun group, but it's very different than.
So anyways, so it got me to wondering how much groups like that, when they go in and one person or two persons gets on there and says, hey, I found this bottle of your bottom shelf whiskey, and they say, I found this, and then a whole bunch of other people get on there and go, yeah, man, that's one of my go-tos. I've been drinking that for years. And pretty quick, that goes like wildfire through that group of people. And because that handful said it, the other 19,000 people that's in the group run out and start clearing the shelves, and then they start just run on whiskey in the area, and then all the prices go nuts, and it gets harder and harder to find.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's just me thinking that's what happened, or if that really is what happens.
Oh, it's absolutely what happens.
And how much that's impacting our market of what, because a few years ago this was $20 here in Buffalo, and now you can't even get it.
Not that recently it was pretty cheap in Buffalo. But I remember when Buffalo Trace hit Sam's Club, and they had it by the pallet, and this bottle was like $14 a bottle. And you talk about a fantastic whiskey at $14 a bottle. Oh my God, it's a unicorn. It's wonderful. But now, you're exactly right. You get people like driving,
when you can find it on the shelf locally now, it's what, a 30-ish, 30.
Yeah.
$30 to $35, I think, if you can find it. But everybody snatches it up, and they're sticking it on the shelves in secondary market, and people are running around paying like $60 and $80 for this bottle. It
Nuts.
don't make any sense.
This E.H. Taylor is $50 bottle for the small batch. When I bought this at Macadoodles, and they do a pretty good job of putting their allocated stuff actually on the shelf.
They do. I agree.
As opposed to some
at least the one where we're at does.
Yeah. I mean, there's some other stores that I feel like the allocated stuff doesn't even get anywhere near like the shelf that you can just go find it. But Max put some stuff out. This was $50. Before I left the store, I had 4 people offer me over $200 for it.
You did. I was there.
Nuts.
You're not lying.
And it's really good. Is it $200 good? So the latest one that I know of is Benchmark. Is the new craze of like, ooh.
Yeah,
because it's the same mash bill as Buffalo Trace. It's made by Buffalo Trace.
Well, Kentucky Owl come up the other day as one that I hadn't really even noticed or ever heard of, and suddenly it's like the most sought after thing you can get.
Oh, Kentucky Owl. Yeah. So my understanding with Kentucky Owl.
Think I said
Kentucky Owl. Like
same
you can call me Al.
It's the same thing. Tyler says it must be restreamy, so they've got a good connection and it's chunky on their end too. So I'm sure, guys, we're sorry. Hopefully, it clears up in the and
maybe we'll rebroadcast it if we can. I don't know if I can save this after we're done or not. We can throw it back up, but we'll see.
Like an owl,
they
throw it back up.
Yeah, like a pellet.
Yeah,
a Tastebuds pellet. So. My understanding with the Kentucky Owl is that they're not making any more of it. The distillery's defunct. So that's all you're getting.
Okay,
but last I heard.
Why didn't everybody want it before it was defunct? Why did the distillery go bad if they was making good whiskey? And now that they've quit making it, why is it suddenly good whiskey?
I mean, it's human nature. It's rarity, right? I mean,
I know it's rarity. I get that.
I know you know.
But that's a stupid thing to do.
Yeah.
When it was obviously not sought after that much to begin with, or it wouldn't have went out of business. I assume. Again, I'm making a lot of...
I saw bottles of Kentucky Owl at Macadoodles North for $320 a bottle. Because I almost picked one up. And I was like, this is a cool little case.
What's the red label one?
I don't know.
Is that the one
that's the one that Jared had.
No, he had
right?
a darker one that was some kind of Japanese something. What's that middle red one right there?
This one? Oh, yeah. I guess I can share this here. I'll just share it. Let's go through Kentucky Owl. I don't know a thing about Kentucky Owl, so let's look. Yeah. I thought they were done.
That's the one Jared had.
Yeah. Okay.
So I spent some time this week over in Perryville, Missouri, and if you're in Perryville, hey, and there's a little place over there.
You keep talking. I'm trying to figure out which one I saw.
What is it called? Civil Tavern? Not Civil Tavern.
Civil Kitchen?
No. City Tavern. Well, I won't say Civil. City Tavern, right on the square, and it's a very old building. I don't know how old the bar is, but the building's very old, and the bar looks to be old enough. And it,
nice. Josh picked up Blanton's at
that's beautiful
MSRP.
Congratulations.
I still think if you can get any of these at what they're actually priced for, pretty
totally
decent.
worth it. Yeah, totally worth.
Though
I honestly I wouldn't buy Blanton's for its MSRP just because I don't personally like it. But
you know what? I'm
not saying it's
been a while since I've
bad. It's just not my thing. Speaking of which, the E.H. Taylor was kind of the same way, but it was better. I just think that's way overpriced. Anyhow, so there's a little place over there, this little bar that I was in, and they had a top row shelf of stuff, including that Kentucky Owl there. But they was normal about the prices. Like everything in there was cheap. Their top shelf stuff is like $10 a glass. And like I bought Booker's.
Yeah.
At $10.
Yeah.
You know, which most of the time you're going to pay $25 or more.
I saw Booker's is now at either Costco or Sam's. I can't remember which. For like that, I'm kind of normal price, like $70-$80 a bottle, which is, I think, appropriate for Booker's.
Well, I think the last bottle, that kitchen table bottle I bought, it was 85.
Yeah, so they really haven't gone up
So
much.
yeah, something like that. Anyways, like I said, there is some little places you can find that hasn't went nuts on pricing their stuff way up for a secondary market, but
take a sniff.
it's
It does smell
few and
pretty
far
good.
between. And I like the nose on that,
The nose is beautiful.
and I like the front end flavor on it. And then it leaves me with this sour.
Yeah.
I want to like it. I like the first 65% of it.
No,
and then I go, ugh.
I did water back that just
I've
to
seen
change.
you, but
Yeah.
still. Anyhow, that's about all I was wanting to talk about. It was just about the bourbon groups and what we thought that was impacting. Are they being counterproductive to what they're trying to do and, help each other out and get these bottles, but then they're killing the bigger market off by trying to.
Whoa.
Wow.
$150 for Booker's is too much.
I agree. I haven't priced it lately. I'm assuming it can still be bought down here, so I don't know that.
I think we might have a pen pal because we can get Booker's for like 80.
What we think,
but what we can't get is Michigan beer. And we do love some Michigan beer.
That's true.
Just
Michigan
saying. Just
makes
saying.
some really freaking good beer.
It rivals Oklahoma.
It does.
It's fantastic. Yeah. Flying Buffalo. Who else? Shorts. Is Shorts Wisconsin or Michigan?
I think Shorts is Wisconsin.
What about Founders is Michigan? What about Three Floyds? Is that Indiana?
I've never heard of those.
Three Floyds Zombie Dust IPA.
I forgot that one. I didn't like Zombie Dust that well though. So
I don't know. We have the tape.
I know.
We can go back and see.
Yeah, but I don't think I liked it that well. Anyhow,
we'll
Josh,
chat.
we may be trading with
Yeah.
you. We like finding stuff like that. So, anyways,
Yeah.
That was about all I was thinking. I'm just wondering if the bourbon groups is kind of backfiring against their local markets by kind of hurting everybody else.
Here's what
Becoming a bit of a mafia mentality.
What drives me nuts is when they do stuff where they go like, so I was just looking at the Blanton's bottle that we have, which this was a special bottle, whatever. But it's everything's like, well, this is stored in warehouse H, dumped on 12/21/21, 93 proof, Rick number 56, barrel number 218. Like, how much difference do you think there is between the barrel 218, 219? 217.
I don't know. You have to get a single barrel to find out. Or barrel select. Sorry.
I mean, I understand.
Which is it?
I know that there are differences.
Barrel pick.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hearing.
But like, do you think what frustrates me is when I see something that's a $40 bottle of whiskey and then someone makes a barrel pick of it and they're like, ooh, this barrel's so much better. All of a sudden it's worth like twice as much. I don't know. Now, I will say, here's the caveat to all this.
I'm going to throw you under the bus here in a second, so go ahead.
Hochatown. That's what I'm throw you under the bus with. So, Hochatown's single barrel that we originally got is fantastic. And then Blue brought down this special bottle. There was a barrel that they found, they forgot about, and it is fucking phenomenal. I mean, it is heads and tails above. But I remember Blue talking about it and saying when he had that barrel, when they found it and he had some of it, he goes, "This is where I want to take my stuff. This is where I want to go.
Yeah, that's what he wants them all to taste.
So like,
so that's what they're going to use as a model to
exactly. That's what the flavor profile you're looking for. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to start moving some of these off. Off the way. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Audio seems fine. Yeah, the video tonight,
dude,
guys.
We're sorry, Schwinn 04. We're aware. I don't think there's anything we can do on our end about it, but it is terrible.
It looks awful. I think it's got to be a restream thing because we're looking at 50 megs up and 50 megs down.
This may be the last time we use restream. We've had a lot of issues with it.
Yeah.
With that very issue. We do apologize for the video. We did work on it again before everybody got on here, and it's a joke, and it sucks, and we're sorry.
Blanton's Gold.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either. You're gonna have to fill us in on that, guys.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do a little googling here. Blanton's
Googling.
Gold label.
Googling.
Oh, she's a pricey one. I'll say that.
My eyes are too bad to see what you're saying. You're gonna have to fill me in.
Yeah, I'm gonna share here. $300 a bottle. Woo!
Well, ain't that what normal Blanton's is running right now?
If you can't find it, yeah, that's what's running. Okay. Super premium. All right. Yeah, so I just get into this thing of like, especially with bourbons, when I start getting into that $150 plus range. I'm not saying it's not worth it. I'm saying it's not worth it for my palate.
Right.
I haven't gotten where with tequila.
And that is something
I feel like I can
before
get there.
anybody gets too upset with us when we say this, just like when we talk about on the shows, is it's strictly opinion, not judging you. If you want to give $300 for a bottle of whiskey and you love it, then great. That's no judgment there. There's things I also really like that maybe others won't. But
And I also want to I keep tasting them, keep buying stuff like that. We keep buying stuff like that because
like Clase Azul, which is one that a lot of people beat us up over because it's not it's perfectly traditional tequila, but we love it, and we bought several bottles at that 150 plus price point, and some people would absolutely frown down on that, but we enjoy that one. So, like I say, to each their own. It doesn't. We're not judging anybody for it, and you can have whatever you like.
Yeah,
Heaven Hills Heritage Collection 20 year. All right, so Schwinn, maybe. And I'll be honest with you, I can't remember if that's the one I had or not. I've got a friend that is big into Heaven's Hill, and he's sampled me out some of his collection. I do not know if that was one of them or not. It's possible, but when you're sitting around and you're not sure about everything, and he hands you 3, 4, 5 of them, it's really easy to forget which ones he had. So I'm not going to sit there and tell you I do know anything about it, but I feel like there is a potential chance that I have had it.
Yeah.
So
I had the Heaven Hill
17,
18, something like that.
It wasn't with me.
I gotta say, I haven't seen the Nats. I think are you
Fucker, I ain't had nothing. This is Nats. They're here.
Just wondered if there's some shrooms that might have been taken
Now
place.
these guys watching it in 180A is probably not going to be able to see them, but
Jefferson's Marion McClan. Okay.
High-end flight of those three. I would love to do a high-end flight of those.
Yeah, see, that's what I want.
Because I really like Jefferson's, but then I got kind of...
You got burned on Jefferson's
Ocean. I got people built me all up on Jefferson's Ocean. I thought it was supposed to be some big thing, and I ended up going and getting it and paying some stupid high-ass price for it, and I thought it was fucking terrible.
I think you paid like $80 a bottle for it.
Yeah, and it was like a legit... didn't like it. Not like disappointed, but like didn't like it. I was like, oh, damn, man. Like you, Patrick. Boy, I don't know. I mean, we could try to do a reconnect and see if it helps real quick. If you want to do that, Lyle, and just see, and then I'll start setting up for this cocktail you want to make. If you guys want to,
yeah. Let's. If
everybody's cool with that and you want to reconnect, we can give it a shot and see if it'll.
We're gonna
go.
Up. It seems like everyone's on YouTube, so let's just see. I wonder if it's going through. Well, we'll try to reboot.
All right. So if we lose you on Facebook, come back on YouTube, and then just give us 30 seconds here to reconnect.
Yeah, we're gonna give her a
and
shot.
I'm gonna start setting up for the next thing.
Okay.